The Trump administration on Monday accused Harvard of violating the civil rights of its Jewish and Israeli students, threatening to cut off all federal funding if urgent correction action is not taken. A cut could result in the university losing access to resources ranging from research grants to student aid and visa programs.
Harvard has been a place, where people have been given voices from any religion, any color, any background, and even any political, political color you may have. So I think there were instances or incidences when the Harvard or some of the volunteers at Harvard actually stood up against some of the policies that were tried to be pushed into by the Trump administration in its first stint. That did not go well with the Trump administration or the Trump government the second time. That's why they are actually trying to find out any instance or any kind of incident that they can latch on to, so that they can come after Harvard.
If Harvard loses federal funding, the impact would be far-reaching. The university could lose access to federal research grants, over $2.6 billion of which have already been cut, and risk its ability to offer federally backed student loans and grants. That would affect both domestic and international students who rely on US financial aid to study at Harvard.
If we really look up to the considerable amount of research that comes from Harvard, it has actually changed or brought into innovations and inventions, especially in the medical sciences field. And this would not be possible without the funding that was available to Harvard through a lot of government organizations, be it National Institute of Health, National Science Foundation, NSF, DoD, Department of Defense, DARPA, or any other government agency. But if that funding is cut, I think it's going to be extremely difficult for Harvard to be numero uno, that we have seen Harvard be on top for the last many decades, be it in the research involving recent or latest genetics or classical genetics, virology, bacteriology, molecular biology and structural biology, or bioengineering for that matter, biosensors, those kind of things. Harvard has been pushing boundaries.
The threat to cut funding comes amid multiple legal and political battles between Harvard and the Trump administration. In June, a federal judge blocked Trump's attempt to ban foreign students from attending the university when Homeland Security revoked the university's certification to host international students, putting over a quarter of its students' body at risk.
People are not looking up to the US universities in general, and Harvard in particular, in the way they were looking up to it, because they know that it's not going to be an easy task. There is uncertainties in admissions. First of all, once the admission, if you clear the admissions, then the scholarships, especially if there are going to be these kind of enforcements on the Harvard funding, so to say. I believe that there is definitely a shift of focus that we have seen in the last couple of months. People have been preferring over European universities. People have been preferring European universities, or even some top Asian universities or Asian countries, over going to the US, especially to Harvard universities.
Harvard's international students, who make up 26% of its total student body, stand to lose the most in this fight. Some graduate programs like comparative law rely on up to 94% foreign enrollment. Harvard currently sponsors more than 7,000 individuals on F1 and J1 visas issued to students and exchange visitors, including fellowship recipients. Losing federal certification to host these visa holders would make it impossible for many to attend, effectively undermining Harvard's status as a global institution.